is something that I find really exciting, because there is not an awful lot known about it yet. Do activists actually shy away from these kind of new corporate Web 2.0 environments, or should we appropriate them? What are the good practices at that level? But also for artists. Artists can open their own television channel, and they can go, completely autonomous at this level. They can create their own television. And of course, this has been a dream for a long time, but we're very close now. We're getting at the point where this dream can be realized, and that's an. I think that's an exciting moment there too. So. Again, Wolfgang, I think there is still a mix here of excitement and the drive also to explore alternative interfaces, alternative architectures, and alternative cultures of use at the same time. Okay, well, I think this gives you a bit of an idea of what we do. In Amsterdam, and I would now like to go to this picture here, which I think is a pretty accurate picture of our mental maps in this spring of 2007. I'm showing this because it also tells you something about that we should be a little bit cautious to overrate one's field of study, because I'm going to talk about this very small group of islands right now. I'm going to only talk about the blogosphere, right? It's here. It's depicted as a. It looks almost like a Greek group of archipelago islands or something like that. I think that's quite an accurate way of visualization. Of course, it's very interesting. MySpace is very big, and it's kind of vast. It's the mainland. It's the continent. It's not shattered. It's in fact it points at very dense connections that people can make very, very easily. The same could of course be said about neighboring sites like Friendster, LinkedIn, Orkut, Facebook. It's also good to see that there's still some place for online games too, and I think that's correct. Even though I personally also think that Second Life is somewhat overrated in the attention, because it is very exciting, especially for consultants, for people in finance, for the kind of 90s people. It is very because finally their dream, this kind of dream of virtual reality, and that you can become someone else, is finally realized online, right? All these ideas about virtual reality, they were always offline, right? There were 3D environments that you had to navigate through, and so on and so on. Now it's finally online. But as a matter of fact, Second Life has comparatively not very many users. There are only 200,000-300,000 people online simultaneously in this environment. And compared to the other Web 2.0 services, that's a very, very modest, even small amount. If you think about that YouTube, MySpace, on average can have 50 million users a day, something like that. I mean, these are real numbers, and I'm going to talk about the kind of numbers in the blogosphere too. There's the Wikipedia project. Well, we discussed it in our class extensively. It's mentioned there, over there. See. yeah, some kind of some music sites and these kind of Flickr exchange of pictures. Yeah, yeah, I like it. The IC North. That's of course the old kind of the old online world of the old giants like AOL and Yahoo and Microsoft and those. You know, they're almost dropping off the map, even though of course, you know, seen from the perspective of finance and turnover, they're still, of course, very, very big. But in this kind of imaginative mapping of where we are, this is... no, come on. Yeah. What's happening? Hmm? Yeah, but now I want to... Hmm? What? Let me say. Oh, come on. Wait. Yeah, just wait a little bit. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Now we just kind of do a catch up here, and I think it's really important in my work to not that I believe in statistics or empirical material, but I think there is a really big difference between, let's say, the internet of the dot-coms in the 90s, and this was basically a wet dream of consultants. But what was missing really there was the mass of users. And even though the internet grew enormously, spectacularly in the 1990s, compared to the amounts of users that we have right now, it was tiny. It was really tiny. And it was probably also the lack of the mass of users that in the end killed all these dot-coms. Because in the end, they were all demo designs, but they never really had the time. They were not given the time. They did not give themselves the time. As I said, there is no time to fully develop themselves and to wait, to hold on, and to wait another 5 or 10 years, because that's in fact what they should have done. Yeah, of course, the most interesting change here you can see. It's not the United States, it's not Europe, it's Asia. That has the most users. I don't know if this is well known to you all. I hope it is. I think an important figure here to just keep in mind. This one here, 1.1 billion users. That's it's now 17.2% of the world population. That's modest. We have to keep in mind that double the amount of people have a mobile phone or have access to a mobile phone, and that's now close to 35%. So that's over 1/3 of the world population has access to some form of telecommunication. Yeah, what else? Interesting kind of growth, the most explosive growth, as you can see here. That's also interesting. It's happening in Africa at the moment. So the internet, in growth numbers, is growing the most fast in Latin America, in the Middle East, and in Africa, just because there's an enormous amount of people that are catching up. Now, for the blogosphere, I think this is an important stat to keep in mind. It was funny that about half a year ago, believe it or not, but Dutch, language they speak in Flanders and in the Netherlands, was still in the top 10. It dropped out now, and it's been replaced, rightly so, I think, by Arab and Italian.